Hello, this is Austin Stevens, exam 2, animals as food. Question number 1, what are the arguments for eating animals within tourism? So, combining food and tourism experiences has become widely popular. The food, gastronomic, culinary trend in tourism has had significant gains in market share, especially over the last decade. The term foodie is a well-known term to describe people who will travel to eat unique food and have unique travel experiences. As stated in the article, the othering of food in touristic entertainment, eating, especially in tourism, in particular when it involves strange and dangerous foods such as chicken feet, fish head curry, baby bee larva, snake, or blowfish, represents both a physical and intellectual openness to difference, an adventurous curiosity, willingness to risk, and a desire to consume contrast. A really eye-opening argument for people eating animals within tourism is the overwhelming desire for the authentic experience that people today crave. We live in a world of Facebook and Instagram where living the authentic exotic experience, including eating exotic foods, gives one the ultimate bragging rights so many people crave. All of this drives new money and tax relief into many destinations throughout the world that many otherwise have limited opportunities for new industries and jobs. Question number 2. What are the arguments against eating animals within tourism? Arguments against eating animals within tourism could begin at the very slaughterhouse themselves. While we know from Dr. Derek Alderman's lecture that barbecue is a big driver within tourism, we also know from the article Slaughterhouse Workers the dire working conditions of these slaughterhouses and health and safety issues they face on a daily basis. Additionally, methane gases are a byproduct of farming animals and is extremely harmful to our environment and continue to increase the threats of global warming. In a lecture by David Perdue, crickets raised pound for pound produce 3 times the amount of protein that cow meat does. Raising bugs as a protein source also produces far less methane gases when compared to cattle, pigs, and other meat animals. As people are made more aware of the negative effects of eating meat on both our bodies and our environment, there may be more conversion to a vegan or vegetarian lifestyle. So, agritourism. In what ways is agritourism beneficial to the farmer or to the farmer's community? Agritourism is helping many struggling farmers by providing an additional revenue source and acting as a viable strategy to remain competitive. Farm agritourism revenue more than tripled between 2002 and 2017. According to data from the Census of Agriculture, research shows that agritourism tends to be more successful for farms that are located close to other national resources, amenities, and other outdoor activities, but it doesn't mean that it can't work for others too. There are many benefits that agritourism has the potential to provide to farmers across our country and the world. Not only does agritourism help educate people about agriculture, it can help preserve agriculture heritage and act as an economic stimulus for rural communities that have often limited opportunities for new revenue. One of the biggest values of agritourism to the farming community is the labor opportunities it provides for local residents to work on the farms and help facilitate the visitor experience. Visitor experiences like corn mazes, hay rides, pumpkin patches, dude ranches with camping and horseback riding, etc. Animals on the farms can be a valuable component in the attraction. Whether it is feeding, petting, observing, or just being near the animals, people are craving personal experiences with the farm animals. This can lead to better conditions for the animals. However, anytime you mix animals and humans, there is always a liability risk. So sanctuaries. Describe all the positive benefits that legitimate sanctuaries provide to the world. How can you as a tourist know if the sanctuary you are visiting is legitimate? So first of all, let's define a sanctuary. The Global Federation of Animal Sanctuaries defines a sanctuary as any facility providing temporary or permanent safe haven to animals in need while meeting the principles of true sanctuaries, providing excellent and humane care for their animals in a non-exploitative environment, and having ethical policies in place regarding tours, commercial trade, exhibition, exposition, acquisition, and disposition, breeding, and more. Legitimate sanctuaries provide many positive benefits to the world. First and foremost, the animals are free to live as God created them in peace and safety. They can live happy, healthy lives, and they are typically placed in areas where they can roam, using their natural instincts and never having to worry again about things like food or shelter. The sanctuaries are usually run by animal-loving people who are kind and compassionate, so the animals will not have to worry about human exploitation. They won't have to be forced to perform unnaturally or be used for someone else's benefit. Contact with the outside world is usually very limited, so the animals don't have to worry and feel unsafe. Rehabilitation of the animals is also a huge component of a sanctuary. Many of the animals that come to a sanctuary have been abused or exploited in some way. A primary goal of the sanctuary is to help the animals overcome the emotional or physical issues they have so they can live peacefully. The world is a better place when people and animals are living together in peace and balance with one another. There are two primary organizations that provide accreditation and support for animal sanctuaries: the Global Federation of Animal Sanctuaries and the American Sanctuary Association. Tourists can use their websites as a resource while planning a trip or arriving in a new destination to find all accredited animal sanctuaries. The websites allow one to search the entire globe by country, by state, by animal type if someone is looking for a particular type of sanctuary to visit. The GFAS website also provides ways to get involved. There are boxes to check that will direct the researcher to available internships, tourists, volunteer opportunities, or adoption. Thank you very much, and that is all. Bye.